Y'all crazy. I'm just telling you, this game comes down to this right here.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other
Yeah,
than
see you in the
that,
courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
He makes a load of money doing it. And the business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model. These fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a load of money.
Leonard Ellerbe has reportedly come forward with claims that Floyd Mayweather could be facing arrest in connection with an alleged $42 million scam, explaining that not every business move pays off and things often don't unfold the way they were meant to. Ellerbe suggested Mayweather is simply focused on generating income from every possible avenue, no matter the obstacles or the fallout that might come with it.
Out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model, and these fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a
Leonard Ellerbe has reportedly come forward with claims that Floyd Mayweather could be facing arrest in connection with an alleged $42 million scam, explaining that not every business move pays off and things often don't unfold the way they were meant to. Ellerbe suggested Mayweather is simply focused on generating income from every possible avenue, no matter the obstacles or the fallout that might come with it.
They kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50, they just passing these kids through. So it's a lot of stuff to worry about, but people online seeing what Floyd did or didn't buy, I just find it weird on his end that you still feel like you gotta announce every move on social media. And that's his biggest reason why he going broke and why he gonna be broke. He want to keep up with the Joneses. At some point, even, Bill Gates ain't really never lived that lifestyle, but Steve, at some point, they scale it back. They had their fun. They probably bought the dream car, dream house, dream bitch. They had the fun. But they realized, okay, let me scale it back. At some point, you can't live your 40s and 50s like you 20 and 19. You can't live like that. It's okay, I don't really...
Mayweather's $42 million investment in purchasing buildings has not gone according to plan, and Business Insider reported that Floyd is not the sole owner of these properties because, contrary to his claims, the real owners of the buildings remain the same, and Floyd's business strategy has failed to produce the promised returns, highlighting a misstep in his otherwise lavish lifestyle.
In this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, Thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York.
As a longtime associate of Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe has witnessed firsthand how Floyd operates within the business world, and Ellerbe, a key figure in Floyd's promotions, has seen Floyd's tactics, especially when it comes to handling money, and one major issue arose when Floyd allegedly didn't pay Gervonta Tank Davis what he earned, and this has led to growing concerns about Floyd's financial ethics.
And they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you said doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you just to agree with you, but like the champ may be hurt just because like you a human being, you could whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? You may be hurt that you missed a moment. I've also seen guys where, they moment passed and you try to hold on to things and that becomes an element of it. But then also it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around a Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time didn't allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? And so he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have in the relationship, and he's not saying, hey man, it ain't fuck.
After witnessing Floyd's actions over time, Leonard Ellerbe made the decision to step down as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and his departure highlights growing dissatisfaction within Floyd's inner circle, particularly regarding how Floyd managed his business and treated those close to him, including not compensating them properly for their contributions.
Welcome to In This Corner. Breaking news, Leonard Ellerbe has stepped down as CEO from Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather acknowledges Leonard Ellerbe, but also says that they will now be joining forces with Richard Schaefer. Why do you think Leonard Ellerbe stepped down? Is it really the end for Mayweather Promotions? As many people say, lots of their fighters have now walked away from the promotional company. Chime in, tell me what you think.
Leonard's departure from Mayweather Promotions wasn't an isolated incident, and Gervonta Davis also left raising suspicion about Floyd's management style, but Floyd downplayed the situation, claiming he made Tank a millionaire and that if Tank chose to leave it was his decision, and Floyd's public dismissiveness only fueled speculation about the real reasons behind these departures.
But I seen recently that he's actually looking to leave. So how does that relationship work? How does that work as far as, grooming somebody, getting them to a point, and then having some differences?
I've always been a gentleman. I've always been respectful. And there's nothing like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he come up to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm going to work with you and I'm going to make you world champion someday. Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And if he feels like, he's grew wings where he can fly, become his own boss, more power to him.
Floyd Mayweather is notorious for showcasing his wealth, spending lavishly on everything from cars to clothes, and his extravagant lifestyle is constantly on display, with the boxer proud to flaunt his riches on social media. However, this spending spree has led many to question whether his flaunting of wealth is sustainable in the long run, especially when tied to his controversial business practices.
Options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, the Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
Recently, Logan Paul threatened Floyd with legal action over unpaid millions, promising to see Floyd in court, and Logan's comments were pointed, claiming that Floyd's lack of payment would eventually lead him to prison, and this public dispute further paints a picture of Floyd's alleged financial irresponsibility and his tendency to disregard contractual obligations.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking it to the court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, other than
see you in the court.
This isn't the first time Floyd Mayweather has found himself in legal trouble, because he's had a complicated relationship with the law, having spent time in jail before, and despite all his wealth, Floyd has often spoken about how he lacks freedom, highlighting the price of his fame and fortune, and his past interactions with the justice system seem to suggest a pattern of legal woes tied to his financial decisions. In reinforcing a narrative of Floyd's disregard for loyalty and business commitments, and Floyd's history is littered with scandals, particularly concerning financial matters, and one notable incident involved him allegedly scamming people or failing to pay taxes on earnings, and there was even an incident where he was reportedly held hostage in Dubai for failing to pay for luxurious jewelry, and these actions have only added to the growing skepticism about his business practices and personal integrity.
Where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
Public perception of Floyd's financial practices continues to be tainted by his past actions, and despite his claims of being a successful businessman, many see him as someone who prioritizes short-term gains over long-term stability, and his financial moves, especially those involving friends, partners, and fans, suggest that Mayweather's wealth may be more about spectacle than solid financial strategy.
Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started.
When asked about Floyd's alleged hostage situation in Dubai, Leonard Ellerbe chose to remain silent, and this decision not to comment has sparked further curiosity about the dynamics within Floyd's inner circle, and it's unclear whether Ellerbe's silence is a sign of loyalty or an acknowledgement of a deeper truth about Floyd's business dealings.
A Ferrari F50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, you know, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, you know, it's like, hey, you know, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get in some dig.
Floyd Mayweather didn't just spend recklessly because he allegedly made money through dubious promotions and scams, and he's been accused of taking money from fans for events or merchandise that never materialized, and a TikTok expose revealed how Mayweather's brand was built on hype rather than substance, with many of his promotions failing to deliver on promises, leaving fans disillusioned.
Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. And another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro, he said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he coming to...
Another example of Floyd's questionable business practices is his involvement in promoting cryptocurrency schemes, and despite his massive wealth, Floyd allegedly engaged in fake crypto promotions, taking millions in exchange for endorsing projects that ultimately fizzled out, and this pattern of behavior highlights Floyd's obsession with cashing in on every opportunity regardless of its legitimacy or the potential fallout. And Floyd's financial empire often appears to be an illusion because while his social media presence portrays him as an unbeatable financial success, the truth may be far different, and scams, failed investments, and unfulfilled promises have chipped away at the image he's worked so hard to build, and behind the lavish spending and flaunting of riches lies a much darker financial reality.
Highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world. Guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autograph gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories, and subscribe to Ring Headquaterzz and turn on notifications so you never miss an update, and be sure to watch our other videos too, and until next time, take care and stay safe.